So here's another one of my hot civics takes. I think this one will be much more popular than my all kids should be allowed to vote one. And that is that if we have a minimum threshold for the age for certain offices, like congressperson, senator, president, we should have a maximum age for those as well. So for example, in the United States, you have to be 25 before you can be elected to the House of Representatives, or you have to be 25 before your term would start. You have to be 30 before you can start your term as a senator, and you have to be 35 before you can start your term as president. So I think for all of those offices, we should go backwards. And to do that effectively, I believe that we just subtract, instead of add from 0, we subtract from 100. So in this case, if you're trying to be elected to Congress, you have to be younger than 75 before your term starts. You have to be younger than 70 to be a senator, and you have to be younger than 65 to be the president. What we know from lifespan development, which is one of the many things that we study when I'm getting my PhD in psychology, developmental psychology, is that we do have such a thing as cognitive decline, right? So just the same way that your brain isn't fully developed until you're 25, which is kind of makes sense why you shouldn't be able to be elected to Congress until you have a fully developed brain, your brain starts to decline, really when you're in your middle age. And typically, the most notable declines happen in and around the age of 70. So if you're elected president at 65, you will be getting to the end of your term when those declines are happening. But in Congress, we can say, okay, they can go all the way up to 75 because they only serve 2 terms, 2-year terms, rather. So number 1, they're not in there for as long. That's a big piece. And number 2, it's just objectively a less important office. We only have 1 president, we only have 100 senators, but we have hundreds of congresspeople. So it's just not as much power. And if all of our geriatric senators and our geriatric president and our previous geriatric president don't like that, well, then we should remove the age restrictions on people serving when they're younger. But anyway, let me know if that one sits better with you than my last kind of more controversial take.